Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
Of course.
So we're heading out south because, well, that's a bear cave, and I don't want to play with bears. Yeah, horrible death awaits people who play with bears. Maps. This way is out of here. Hello. Grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Oh, I bet this is the cart belonging to the dwarf cook that we rescued earlier. Or in our last episode. Hello?
Hail, traveler.
Man appears to be hurriedly disbanding his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came upon a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly. He didn't make it. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, the forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Where did you find this bear? In a cave, a ways up that way. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. Okay, bear cave, right. So, let's go ahead and... Defiance Bay, huh? I guess that's where, I think that's where we're headed, actually. Originally, but... So... To Gilded Vale. 8 hours to Gilded Vale. Not a problem. Pausing issue commands is an important part of combat Pillars of Eternity. If you like set conditions for auto-pausing, many choices are available in the options menu. Okay, well, I kind of figured that. And this is basically Baldur's Gate Obsidian Edition.
It's high time for some rest.
Good, fantastic. What's over here? Anything interesting? No. Yeah, it's like Baldur's Gate Obsidian Edition, which is cool because I really like Baldur's Gate and I really like Obsidian. Oh, we're gonna... Okay, cutscene time. Oh good, dead people in a tree.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you, his skin as dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. His voice is a dry croak. Okay. Do you welcome everyone this way? Oh, well, that's helpful.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
No.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Well, this guy
His
doesn't seem to-
lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a bivouac. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Delightful.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Oh, I do not like this guy. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before? I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to whisper, children born without souls. Pitiful dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease, some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' Wars, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Uh-oh.
Listen!
Well, that's...
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Well, that's not a good sign.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Oh, goody.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? Come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the arms of Bareth must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. Don't threaten me. No threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. His effect is offered to new settlers. You can be sure of nothing now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Well then. Quest completed the Gilded Vale. Okay.
Were you
Hello.
looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. Okay. Alright, let's scatter between bracelets of twine and bee, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Okay, well, this is a delightful start. Can I get through here? No, I gotta go around. Alright. Location discovered. Temple of Eothas. Things are bound to get worse now. Used to have more fortune tellers come through here. Lord Ridge chased them off. Don't be stupid. It can't possibly get any worse. Oh, good. We've apparently come to a cursed village. That'll make life easier on us. What's this? Is this the inn? This appears to be... Well, it's a building. I don't know. Inn or otherwise. Ah, it appears to be a smith shop. That's a good sign. Black Hammer Smithery. This Moma man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscles. Small ears frame a square-jawed face, coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do here? Is this your shop? That it is. Been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years. Well, good luck and bad. And he glances at the guard standing watch along the wall. But the Black Hammer Smithery remains. What's for sale? Oh, you come to a strange time, I'm afraid. Stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged here at the Black Hammer. So, what happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, but haven't seen any sign of it. I have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them, or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin, as if that lot would dare. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for my supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace Lord Radric. He glances at the guard, and that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I can find your supplies. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back, and I'll have plenty more to offer you, a discount to start. Oh, and if you find my worker, tell them to hurry it up. They can take up farming instead. I think we can. Let's just. No,
Hail,
stop.
traveler.
Let's see what he's got for sale. No, I don't. I wanted to. There we go. Okay. First of all, stop that. Unique one-handed. Azurith stiletto, huh? The War of Black Trees brought hardship and suffering to many Glenfathans, but it bore special tragedy for its druidic orders, who were forced not only to endure the deaths of many friends and kin, but also the destruction of the lands they revered above all else. Among these was Azurith, a young ovate, deeply troubled by the use of the elements to turn nature against the people of Ire Glanfath, and wondering if he was seeing the last days of his people. Azurith took to walking the endless stretches of burned-down forests in search of something, anything, that might signal a reason to hope. He found it in an old ironwood tree, thick and gnarled, with roots that ran in waves through the ground as though they'd been woven there. It stood as it always had, though singed well up the side of its trunk now, while everything around it had been incinerated by the soldiers of Deerwood, leaving a wasteland 1,000 acres in every direction. Azurith plucked a single branch from the old tree, making sure to express his profound gratitude. An accomplished organic artificer, Azurith reshaped the branch into a blade that would rival any made in a forge. He infused it with the strength of the elements, vowing never again to be at their mercy, and resolving that if the tree could endure, so could he. In his hand, the blade would find its way into the hearts of many soldiers who stood at the edge of forests with torches and barrels of pitch, and by the war's end he had saved many forests from the flame. When his years were drawing to a close, Azurith made a final pilgrimage back to the tree, which stood still, and he laid the knife at its base, to be taken up by someone else in need of inspiration in dark times. On his way there, he was pleased to see that beneath the ashes that covered the forest, new life had begun to spring. Azurith's stiletto is unusual, as the entire weapon is dark red-brown wood, even the blade. The magic used in its creation hardened and protected the wood, preventing it from chipping or warping. Dark green vines and leaves sprout from it and wrap themselves around the hilt to form the grip. Very, very quick. Weak interrupting. I'm not. How likely damaging attack is delayed to their opponent's next action. They derive from perception. Compared to concentration. Its duration of the delay is determined by the Just reading that, thank you. Determined by the interrupt strength listed on the weapon or attack. An interrupt applied to a character already suffering from an interrupt with a longer duration will have no effect. Okay, so this interrupts them, but very short. But only for a moment. A whole wall. An arbalest. Oh my. It's very slow, but it does a metric ton of damage. Masterwork of dwarven craftsmanship. The sturdy arbalest earned its name during the hold wall. Okay, during the Battle of Marching Mountains, where a dwarven ranger held off a group of ogres bearing down on him and his few remaining comrades. In the ranger's hands, the arbalest proved more than capable of launching bolts through thick ogre hide, holding the invading force at bay just long enough for reinforcements to arrive. While the victory against the ogres proved short-lived, the tale is one still told with great pride around dwarven campfires. Can inflict prone, does slightly less critical damage, but it's enchanted apparently. Excellent. Jenna's Lance. A unique two-handed pike, which I've just closed. Good job, me. 20% of grade. Not actually a proper lance, but rather a pike. The weapon was gifted to an Orland maid along with a goat by her wizard master Cabrindo, who was forced to show her the door after a number of episodes of remarkable clumsiness and brash carelessness that had left his grim war waterlogged in his laboratory in ashes. The gifts were all the soft-hearted wizard could do to staunch his guilt. Wandering from place to place with only her goat, her pike, and a reputation for negligence that preceded her, her fortunes changed one day when she encountered a pair of soldiers trapped by bandits. Too short to wield the pike properly, she instead climbed atop her goat and spurted into the fray, leveling the pike like a lance and running one of the bandits through. Frightened and confused by the display and intimidated by Jenna's coarse language, the remaining bandits fled and the soldiers' lives were spared. Her actions earned her commission with a local fort, and she served with distinction in the cavalry. The original experience had given her such pleasure she always found a place at the front of any charge. Eventually this took its toll, and she went missing after her unit was commanded to charge a group of trolls. Okay. that's interesting. Outworn buckler. Oh, it's paladin's shield. Okay. Belonging to a paladin. Well. Ooh. Breastplate. That's decidedly heavy armor. Blunting belt. Reduces damage reduction. Yeah, reduces damage reduction. Good job. Increases damage reduction. Huh. Rope and grappling hook. Aha. It's a little more money than I have, although let's drop the hatchet. Toss the spear. I have to check between the toss that and that and that. I'm liking the sword and shield. Prybar, huh? What's this? Although tarnished and lustreless in its remarkable age, intricate inscriptions and texturing still discernible on the horn surface, along with the artifact's obvious longevity, suggest an object of expert workmanship. Summon animat. Okay, I have no idea what an animat is. Effective for prying open certain types of containers, but not especially useful on doors due to the uneven and narrow distribution of its leverage. Let's get that, because then we can go back to that wall and climb up it. That's not valueless, so. Hello. Okay. Oh, we can sell stuff from our stash. Excellent. Nah. Sure. We'll keep one spear. We should probably also keep a mace. Did that go into my inventory? It did. Okay. Our shield is better. Heater versus round shield. They're basically identical. I just like to look at this one better. Okay, you can have that. I will keep my rapier and the axe just in case. There we are. Alright, so let us get out of here. I'll probably do buying and selling off screen eventually, but right now we're still in that very early I don't know what I'm doing stage. Right. Where's the map? Oh. Like Hammersmithy, Ingerod's house, the windmill, road south, road west, Orpha's house, and the Blackhound Inn. Alright, let's get up here. And we'll go back to the forest because this place is not only not really very friendly, but also not where I want to use my new grappling hook. So now I'm hoping that my grappling hook is not a one-use only thing, or one-time only thing. But yeah. Let's head back here. I know we'll be exhausted when we get there, but it's fine.
Sleep would do me good.
Yeah, but I just can't afford the rest. Use the grappling hook. Oh, good. Climb to the top. There we go. So what do you got? Fulvano's gloves. Ooh, although never explained as he would claim, the violent explorer Fulvano was known as an eccentric who wished to see the world. Or possibly he traveled by foot to gain a local's appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claims that his explorations proved that only that the world outside the violent republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. These gloves are said to have belonged to Fulvano, who often found himself in need of some protection as he climbed harsh terrain or maneuvered through forest. While thick enough to provide some warmth, they are meant first and foremost to be flexible enough not to hinder delicate tasks. Sweet. And scrawled letter and letter armor. And that everything? No. There are flowers here. And blood moss. Good. Now here's a question. Can I retrieve my grappling hook? Climb down. Okay. Now can I retrieve that? Okay. I guess I can't. So those are one use only. Got it. Well, those are expensive for one use only, but now that I have a sorry. Let's go to our inventory, pick these up and plug them in there. What does that do to us? Okay, so that tweaks our reflex from cloak of mind protection. Okay, so that very I see. Because dexterity heavily affects. Got it. Okay, so yeah, crafting is still the same as it ever was. Alright, yeah, compare that to that. 12-12. So this one does a whole lot more damage, but yeah, I will have to work that out, which is better. But let's see. Oh, we can go out this way. Well, that's fine. Let's head to Gilded Vale. Yeah. Let's go check the inn and see what horrible thing wants to kill us when we get there, because you just know something's going to want to.
It's high time for some rest.
But you're complaining. I see somebody up there, although what are you? Locks the Usurper, huh? As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out to you. Step back. We'll talk to him a little bit later. I have a bad feeling that reaching out for his soul would have been a terrible idea. Hello, kitty. Nope, this is not the place I want to be. That's somebody's house, not the inn that I was hoping it was. Okay, we're thinking. This is a kind of confusing town. Blah. Random villagers, more random villagers, and then I told her that's not the. Okay. I like the fact that I get XP for discovering things. Ooh. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises its hand for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Okay.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drinking, but his gaze is focused, mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you those fancy Eider manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Eidrans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Okay.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Okay, this elf has a split personality. That explains everything.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Cat figures. Right. You first. Ow. Well, that worked. Okay. Can we end
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
As less the attackers fall, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face. Glad I could help?
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
Indeed. He straightened his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
How did you manage to get stuck out here? Well, that is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Indeed.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
A bivouac.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Miss, how'd you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Yeah, you did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. Yeah, split personality. Goody. What you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Indeed. And you? Been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Yeah, I noticed. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Yeah, I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Indeed. And now we have another follower and some bodies to loot. Money, 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 and all sorts of pants. Fortunately, I have a pause button. Okay, right. Yep, so let's... Over here, we're going to spend at least one night in the inn because we need some rest. Hopefully, nothing else decides to take a fracas. Excellent. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in the dishes. It smells burnt. Delightful.
Good day to you.
Hello and welcome. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him, and such relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. So what would you like? I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. Interesting. Inns allows character to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonus is they last for a long time and affect the entire party. Interesting. I'm gonna sleep in the common room because I want to save the money. Oh, dream sequence. Sweet. You sleep as restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken, and you find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she's mere inches from your face. And suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watch her. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. You called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Party gained 464 experience. Find the dwarf woman from the dream. Okay. But I think we're going to go ahead and do that next time. Simply because... yeah. Simply because we're out of episode. Alright, this has been Pillars of Eternity with Triax 2. I will see you guys next time. Bye.